These dudes really get on these podcasts and play this sad music and act like women are the depressed ones, but because they're going to be single by 2030. They're quoting this thing from the Morgan Stanley company that said by 2030, nearly half of women will be single. And like this woman says in this comment, I was a traditional woman until I kept getting belittled, ignored, gaslit, cheated on, and the list goes on. There are lots of people in these comment sections that speak about what it's like to be partnered up. And to be partnered up with somebody that's not an actual partner is like, are you going to weigh that against being single and having less work? Okay, so what Morgan Stanley found in the coming years, another demographic trend could help further close the pay gap in the U.S. The rising ranks of single working women, based on Census Bureau historical data and Morgan Stanley forecast. 45% of prime working age women, ages 25 to 44, will be single by 2030, the largest share in history, up from 41% in 2018. Now, let's look at the chart a little bit deeper. Okay, so the yellow or this mustard line is the female population in general, and the blue line is single women, single working age women. So you see how big of a gap that is becoming. So it is inching up, and what that is going to do, women are equalizing wages, because when women are single and child free, then they have more discretionary income. That means that they have more independence, and they have more freedom that particular way. And that is causing the hand wringing for the podcast bros, but they are trying to do the reverse psychology and act like it is like women should be fearful of being single. Let's talk about some of the comments that I've seen. And the comments span race, culture, creed, age. It spans it. So women are saying the same things, but TikTok has allowed us to look into what other people are going through. This is one of my mutuals. She is always on it. She says, marriage and kids is not a goal or prize for every woman. Please keep that in mind. I am a choice feminist. I believe that women should be able to choose what they want to do, even if they are choosing to do things that I don't do. I am married with kids. Other people don't want to be married with kids. Be okay with it. All of the sad music and the hand wringing, women are okay. This woman, Rachel, said, friend of mine told me, your husband is so great. And then Rachel says, yes, because last year I legit almost walked out the door with both kids. So you have to get to that point, I guess. I don't know, because just speaking in a normal talking voice, saying what you need and expect is not enough. You have to actually leave. Doodle's mom, another mutual of mine, she said, my mom had to do the same. She said he turned into a brand new man. It is crazy that women are saying that being single, childless, and celibate is how they are being at peace. Women are not willing to give up their peace for men these days because we don't have to. The she economy, as Morgan Stanley says, is allowing women to be able to survive and thrive without being partnered. So that is what men need to understand. They're sitting up there hand wringing and misinterpreting these data points. Women are perfectly fine being single. This woman down here, she says, same at my 29 years old with 6 cats. So she's 29. She's not even that old, but she is already opted out and chose cats over a man. This woman, Erica, says, I told my husband if we divorced, at least I would get a break when you have the kid. He immediately found us therapy and actually stepped up. So, okay. And then this next person says, mine laughed at me, said no, and I now have every other weekend on my own. So this is what a lot of women say. Once they became single mothers, they get a break because daddy has a weekend. And this is why I think it's such BS when men act like she won't let me see my kids. Women, just debunk that. Give the men them kids. Let them have their own weekend and make them completely do everything that they're supposed to do as a dad. Anyways, you guys go ahead, jump in the comments and tell me what you think. Like, comment.
It amazes me how men can be like, I don't know why she left. When all of us are in these comments, let me show you the comments. My husband once helped the day before a holiday by power sanding the butcher block. Debris all over the clean kitchen. My husband is notorious for doing something dumb, like organizing the shed when we're prepping for company. My man just walked past the overflowing trash can to me, cooking at the stove, and asked me what he can help with. For fuck's sake, the man is 43! Last time we had people over for an inside party, I asked him for help and he went outside and cleaned the garage. I presented my husband with a list of 20 plus things to do, printed off with check boxes. He proceeded to sharpen our cooking knives instead. In the original video, I give an example of husbands thinking it's really important to power wash the driveway. She says, I feel stalked. My mom complained yesterday that my dad went out to power wash the driveway. My boyfriend decided to randomly buy grass seed and water it every single day for long periods instead of literally anything else I've asked. I just packed for a week-long cruise for the 5 of us. All he had to do was buy his own underwear and pack it. He accidentally bought kids' underwear. He didn't even know his own size or the area of the store in which to find it for himself. My dad was in town to help me take care of the baby while I recovered from a car accident. He went out and fixed the sprinklers for 4 hours. We recently had a couples massage and I listed my stress at a 10. He at a 1. The massage therapist was like, "You're putting it all on her." I said, "Yep. You might want to upgrade to a different kind of therapist." When we have his family of about 40 people over, he always thinks the priority is putting away his laundry rather than focusing on the entertaining parts of the house. It drives me nuts. People aren't going in your closet, they're downstairs in the main parts of the house. That's what we need help with. This is like how I'm trying to get us all out the door, making sure everyone has everything for our outing, and he decides now is the time to take the garbage out. Like, I'm happy that the garbage is being taken out, but is now the best time to do it? I hated how my dad would do outside tasks when we were expecting guests while all the cooking, cleaning, etc. had to be done. We barely even used the outdoor space because it's so small, but no, that would be at the top of the list for him. If he sees I'm frustrated, he starts doing the same thing that I'm already doing. Dude, go find something else that needs to be done. Asked my husband to help clean the house, and he went outside and cleaned his truck out. Then he got mad and screamed at me because I was irked. In summary, carrying the mental load of a household is exhausting and lonely, and I don't remember signing up for this. Why is it just expected of us?
By 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 will be non-married, no kids, single.
If y'all are confused about why, let me show you. My dad still struggles with where to put things in the kitchen, and we've lived here for about 34 years. Stepdad goes grocery shopping with my mom every single week and still needs pictures of the stuff he's supposed to get if he has to go alone. I'll never forget the day my dad randomly ripped out the toilet 3 hours before company on Christmas and then left to get a new one. Like, couldn't this have been done another day? It was working perfectly fine. One time we were 30 minutes away from people arriving. I asked my husband to help and he started to organize the closet. I suggest we start having family gatherings where they cleaned. Oh, you cleaned the closet? Can't wait to tell your parents that's where the party is. If I was married again and my husband asked me to go cook, I'm gonna go clean my makeup brushes and organize my makeup and skincare. Fair is fair. Last time my husband helped get ready for company, he cleaned out the laundry detergent gunk in the washer. My friend's husband decided that the kitchen cabinets were off-center by 1/8 of an inch, so he took them all down while she was fixing Easter dinner. My ex planned a party at our house with like 30 people, and then he went and cleaned his friend's brush from his yard. I left and went shopping, and he was mad when he got to his party in a dirty house with no food or entertainment. My dad sanding a table that was getting a tablecloth on it the day before my sister's backyard wedding. My roommate, male, will go clean the basement when people are coming over for a cookout. Bitch, we're gonna be outside the whole time. We were having a Halloween party and my husband decided to paint the front room instead of helping clean the kitchen. We had people get wet paint on them. I want to collect all of these comments and put them in a handbook for men, but I'm afraid that no men will read it. But maybe they'll watch this video. the way I told my ex specifically what was making me want to leave, and he still said, I don't know why you're leaving. My dad decided to build a shelf while my mom and I were struggling to clean the house for company. She wonders why I never want to get married. And this is why, as a single mom of 3, I feel better off on my own. And to all the men watching this video being like, it's not all men. We know. We know. But this is why I make videos like this.